I hate bullies, and I hate men who hurt women. A thug named Donavin Britt is the subject of today's video. Before we even get rolling, if there are any kids around, please have them leave the room. We're going to be showing some of the Facebook posts of Donavin Britt, and they are lewd and inappropriate for kids. Several months ago, I received a call from a colleague who was in Las Vegas. She had been teaching and training at Donavin Britt's school, Las Vegas Krav Maga. She told me that he had attacked and injured her. Now, to paint the picture, Donavin Britt is a big, obese guy. He's about 300 pounds. She is petite, about 110, 120. So they spent a lot of time together because she helped run the school for him. They were there after class. They got into an argument, and he flew off the handle and choked her up against a wall. She says that her feet were up off the floor. She passed out. He dropped her onto her head. She concussed and cracked vertebrae. She says that she's still dealing with the injury to this day. At that point, as you might expect, she left Las Vegas Krav Maga. A lot of people probably wondered why. Where did she go? Well, that's why. She has since found better instructors to work with, instructors who will not traumatize or injure her. She has not filed a police report, so I cannot corroborate or substantiate any of these claims, and some people would say that's reason to not believe her. But I do believe her, and I'll tell you why. Donavin Britt has threatened me personally. For the uninitiated, Donavin Britt is the polar opposite of professional or businesslike. If you were to look up professional in a thesaurus, you would find his face underneath the antonyms. For example, the stuff that he posts on Facebook, his personal Facebook page that he uses as the business page for Las Vegas Krav Maga, the things he says are unbelievable. I mean, he gleefully talks about hurting people. He has publicly argued that it's okay to kill the children of your enemy to hurt them. He says misogynist things about women. Again, all of the stuff that he is posting is on his business page. This is what he says to the students of his school. Well, one time he said some very hostile, disparaging things about Christians. I am a Christian. I took issue. So I argued with him about it. His response was to send me private messages telling me that he was going to physically assault me next time he saw me face to face. He said he was going to smash me on sight. He said that he was going to give me the full dose. When I asked what the full dose meant, he said, "My fists in your skull." He even publicly posted to his students about how he was going to attack me and that they should be watching out for it. Now, he and I are both in the same Krav Maga Federation as it stands. And that means we could come across each other. We could come face to face. Furthermore, he has publicly mentioned that he might get on a plane to go attack somebody. Now, I don't know, in all fairness, if he was referring to me or not when he posted that. But anyone who would hop on a plane to go to another state to assault someone is less than balanced. Long story short, I don't want this guy coming up behind me with a baseball bat and clocking me at the next Krav Maga event that I happen to be at. And I certainly don't want him doing the same to any of my instructors if they happen to be training or certifying out of state. I'm a Krav Maga black belt, so I know that it is tactically sound to avoid a conflict if at all possible. And that's what I did. I went above and beyond to de-escalate the situation. In private messages, I said overly nice things. I even offered to send Donavin a gift. I know he loves alcohol. I said, I'll send you some Maker's Mark. It's his favorite drink. But he remained unreasonable. And as soon as I mentioned that he had crossed the line with the threats and that my attorney had been notified, he suddenly started backpedaling and acting like, oh, I was just talking about when we spar, when we see each other. But when people spar, they don't leave people a physical mess or an emotional wreck or with no hope. And it was at that point that Donavin went back and started deleting some of his more incriminating posts. I mean, we do have screenshots of a lot of it, but he got rid of some choice stuff as well. Frankly, I hoped that the whole thing would just die down and would go away, but I know people who are around Donavin and they've told me that he still talks about attacking me, so I had to make this video. Donavin desperately wants people to take him seriously, and I grant him that. I take Donavin seriously. So when he says that he would harm the children of his enemy to get at his enemy, I believe him. And I also believe my friend who says that he viciously attacked and injured her, and it's disgusting. And the fact that no one will talk about this has really pushed me to the brink. She wouldn't go to the police. She's terrified. She's afraid to file a report. So I said, okay, I'll do it. After all, Donavin Britt has communicated threats across state lines toward me. So, this is a dossier on Donavin Britt. I've gone before judges, I've spoken with law enforcement and colleagues in legal. There's a restraining order that's in the works. The Las Vegas PD's involved, the Raleigh PD's involved. It's caught the attention of more than one agency. So, in short, if anything happens to me, if a hair even moves the wrong way on any member of my family or any of my instructors, Donavin Britt's name is coming up immediately. In closing, it's unfortunate that a video like this had to be made. It's unfortunate that I had to go to law enforcement and judges. It's sad because Krav Maga was created to protect people from goons like Donavin Britt. But this guy has hijacked our system and has used it to hurt good people in his own Krav Maga community. I'm no stranger to conflict. I'm a businessman. I'm in politics. It's part of the job. But I've never, and I mean never ever, come across anyone in business like Donavin Britt. And this guy has a kids program. One more thing before I go. I just want to reiterate that I'm all for free speech. I don't care what people post about politics or opinions or any of that stuff on their personal Facebook page. But attacking women and threatening violence against people because you disagree with them, that's not just untoward, that's not uncouth, that is criminal. So I leave you with this question. Should Donavin Britt be the type of person who's representing the self-defense community?